Okay, welcome to the Campo and Buck Sand Pit here in Prineville, New Jersey, Millstone Township. The Campo family has now shut down operations, although the Buck family is still working on the other side of the pit. But looking out, you can see a world-class outcrop of the Cretaceous-Paleogene boundary, that is, aka the death of the dinosaurs. That green sand on the top sits atop a bench of rock-hard indurated tinton formation that marks the top of the Cretaceous. Below it are white and yellow and red sands of the tinton formation, and underneath that the red bank formation. So there's two stories here. One story is a sea level story, as the section records a deepening or transgression of the ocean from the red bank into the tinton and into the Hornerstown green sand. But in the middle, just above that indurated or rock hard layer, is a record again of the mass extinction. There is a bed not much thicker than this hammer that contains a clay layer, and in that clay layer at the base is iridium, which records the atmospheric fallout. The bed itself is of clays that have been swashed back and forth and contains numerous layers of white spherules reworked from the impact. This bed was probably deposited as what we would call a seiche deposit, a sloshing back and forth of the water after the major impact in Mexico at Chicxulub. The Chicxulub impact would have created a 1 kilometer high tsunami in the Gulf of Mexico, but that wouldn't have reached this area. What happens is it created a major earthquake over a magnitude 11 on the Richter scale that caused massive slope failure and generation of tsunamis and seiche deposits that impacted this region. So within that bed, we have the records of the first deposits that come in following the extinction of the dinosaurs. This is a world-class site that should be preserved. The pit itself, again, was mined for sand and gravel by both the Campo family and the Buck family. Above the green sands of the Hornerstown, which were lower Paleocene Danian stage, are white sands of the Vincenttown Formation, which are shallower water and represent the late Paleocene here. And at the very top of this pit are gravels. If you pan around, you can see large blocks of conglomerate. Those are not from humans or Anthropocene. Those blocks that you can see tumbling down the hill come from the top, because on the very top of this hill, it's held up by Miocene gravels of the Bridgeton Formation. And that's what made this hill. This hill has been cut down by the mining of sand dramatically. It used to be higher than those trees there. But that's what was at the very top, was this Miocene Bridgeton Formation, and immediately underneath that, the Cohansey Formation, which is also Miocene. So this is a fantastic opportunity to see the three-dimensionality on the boundary. We drilled on the Buck side of the pit in 2009 and obtained a core which we did our iridium measurements on and studied the lithologies in detail. There's also been studies done from the outcrop itself.